This is probably the second time you're seeing me on camera, and what a beautiful occasion to come here at the KTM Cup Season 3.
And I'm here to try racing on a race-spec KTM Duke 390 and show how you can get proper race training and ride on the track to show your skills and earn an experience money can't buy. Training with the MotoGP legend Dani Pedrosa, a fully paid trip to Austria to witness the Austrian Grand Prix, along with a visit to the KTM Motor Hall. Me along with riders from across the western region of the country pushed hard on these machines to see who really had it.
I want what you had, the promised land, need to get away, wanna feel the sand.
To curate this experience, KTM either uses go-karting tracks in the cities for the selection rounds, or even creates tracks in large parking lots like they've created here at the Raymond helipad in Thane. The KTM Cup participants can race across 3 categories: the pros, the amateurs, and the women's category. And we are here for the amateur category selection rounds, from which the winners will go for the qualifiers and then to the finale happening in Coimbatore in March. Here at Mumbai, over the 2 days, nearly 200 participants got a chance to experience this over multiple batches. The selection rounds are also taking place in Bangalore on the 31st of January and 1st of February, in Delhi on the 8th of February, and in Guwahati on the 22nd of February. The price for the entry fee is 3,000 rupees, but what you get is absolutely worth every penny spent.
Are you still married to that dentist?
And people here are super pumped for the day ahead of them. They've come in huge numbers to register themselves for the track day, including a lot of my subscribers too. Some riders have been dreaming of racing since they were kids. Many have never ridden on a track before. Different backgrounds, different stories, but just one intention: to give the absolute best.
इंडिया में काफ़ी ना बहुत ऐसे रिस्ट्रिक्ट बहुत लिमिटेड है, बहुत अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ बहुत कम है इसमें, तो मार्कवेज और अपने इनको देख के ऐसा लगता है कि नहीं करना चाहिए, बहुत मज़ा आएगा. दे गिवन अ ह्यूज अपॉर्चुनिटी. मैं पहली बार कर रहा हूँ, ऊपर से दे प्रोवाइडेड एवरी गियर.
That's right. Safety is of utmost priority here at KTM Cup, and it begins with riders' own protection. Many riders showed up fully protected at the event, but people that don't own gear get full riding gear to use while riding on the track.
We are here at the gear section of the track, where it is of course the most important part of riding on the track. You need to be geared up and you need to be completely prepared for any sort of situation on the track. They've provided with exceptional level of gear, both in terms of jackets, pants. You also got boots and gloves and everything. So anything that you need, you have it here ready for you to pick it up and get riding.
And once riders are fully geared up and ready to roll, they are divided into 2 batches of 8 riders in each group to ride together on the track for the practice sessions. But before they even get on the track, they need to go through a classroom briefing session to understand the basics of riding on the track.
Okay, I'm going to be very silent here because we are now reaching to the academy section of KTM Cup, where there are going to be these new riders that are riding on the track for the first time, and they are being briefed about what is going to happen on the track, how you're going to take care of yourself, how you're going to ride, how your position is going to be on the bike. All of those nitty-gritties are being explained here in the briefing section.
This is where the Race Academy really stands out. You're not just sent out to ride fast, you're taught how to ride right. Understanding race lines, braking points, body position, and most importantly, the mindset. It is not about going flat out, but controlled aggression, watching every corner and noticing every mistake closely. But before we get going, let's have a quick look of what we'll be riding on the track.
You got me hypnotized, you make me realize.
This is the race-spec KTM Duke 390, dedicated specially for the track with just one motto: ready to race. These bikes are drastically different from the Dukes you see on the streets. They are equipped with components that help in weight reduction and improving ergonomics for racing.
You've got racing spec foot pegs. They're fully rear set and raised up. And of course, all of the electronics, including the headlights, are being stripped away because all of these electronics make for a lot of weight, and weight reduction is the key on the track. Apart from that, I'm assuming that everything else on the motorcycle is bone stock. The engine and everything is pretty much the same, but they've replaced the seat and the entire cowl rear section with just a foam and a plastic cowl.
Out on the track, anything that doesn't contribute to going fast and quick is a waste of space and weight, which is why these bikes are heavily optimized to be as light and as bare bones as possible. And KTM has a dedicated team of race mechanics to look after these machines and prepare them for the track.
You can see one being worked upon right now, where mechanics are, switching things into it. These bikes are properly curated just for racing, and they are being pampered and taken care of very well in this pit stop.
And now, it is time to hit the track. In the practice sessions, it is not about riding fast or overtaking others. It is about understanding the basics first. And for that, we have professional racers to teach you the fundamentals of track riding.
I'm Kedarnath. I'm from Gusto Racing India. I have ridden in the national championships and I finished second runner-up as a champion in Chennai.
Kedarnath helped us navigate our lines, understand how to brake, while constantly monitoring our moves and position on the track in the first practice session. Immediately after, we enter into the classroom again to discuss our observations from the first track session and ask any doubts that we have before the second session starts. And in the next session, you do feel a lot more confident and naturally faster after getting used to the track layout and closely observing the mistakes you did in the previous session. This is when we go on the track for the third time for the selection polls. Here you're all alone on the track to give it your best. No riders, no traffic, no potholes, just you, the bike and your skills. This is where all your experience of riding and learnings of the day are put to test. You're competing with no one else but the time. The faster you go, the higher are your chances of getting selected. And at the end of the selection polls, top 20 riders are selected from the 2 days of selection rounds that qualify for the next round, that is in Coimbatore. But the event doesn't end here. While the contestants are busy learning and waiting for their turn to ride on the track, Rock Bagaros took up the task to entertain everyone throughout the day with his insane skills, absolutely eating physics for breakfast, lunch and dinner.
Unreal to see you basically defy physics. How long have you been training for this?
It's been now professionally 15 years. I've been a factory rider for KTM and other global brands. And before that, I was practicing 4 years as an amateur. So yeah, man, I just realized it's almost 20 years already. Yeah.
And that experience definitely shows on the ground. The way Rock just plays with these machines with a sense of pure aggression in absolute control is a sight to behold. But mind you, all of these skills come from years and years of practice and a lot of injuries.
I remember I lost my consciousness when I was shooting a movie in Bangkok. I was doing some tricks and so on, and suddenly I landed on my head heavily. But all was good, just a concussion luckily. But mainly I broke all my knees, so I have 3 operations on my right knee. My left knee is 0 operations, but it feels like the injured one. So my knees are pretty bad actually, and it's kind of a typical stunt rider injury. But beside that, no broken bones for now, luckily.
You realize how much goes behind the scenes to get to show this type of performance in front of such a huge crowd with precision and confidence. It was so inspiring to talk to Rock and understand his mindset in motorsports. But there's one thing I was definitely sure I can do a lot better than Rock.
Have you ridden anywhere in Mumbai so far?
Not yet. I did not have chance to ride in Mumbai.
And what do you think is more tricky, doing stunts here or riding in Mumbai?
I would say riding in Mumbai. this I already know how it feels.
Exactly.
The streets in Mumbai aren't a joke. Yeah.
Well, I wish you all the best for the ride in Mumbai, and I'm so glad we met. Thank you so much.
These 2 days at the KTM Cup felt like one long, intense moment. A mix of nerves, speed and ambition. But most importantly, an opportunity for everyday street riders like you and me to learn and put our skills and passion to test. Even if you don't manage to qualify for the next round, you go home as a better rider and eventually improve your riding on the streets.
Now Indian roads are slippery, they are scary and anything can come in between. The trainers are helping a lot. बट है कि जो पहली बार भी आ रहा है यहाँ पे दे विल अंडरस्टैंड कि बाइक्स आर केपेबल इनफ, रोड्स आर नॉट रेडी फॉर इट।
मतलब ये चीज़ है ना, स्पेसिफिक चीज़ जो ट्रैक में करनी चाहिए ये, क्योंकि ये इंडियन रोड्स बाकी बहुत कंजेस्टेड है और बहुत रोड बहुत उसमें बहुत रिस्की होता है, खुद की लाइफ भी और बाकी दूसरे की लाइफ भी, जो मतलब कुछ जिनका कुछ दोष भी नहीं है उसमें।
Professional racing in India has never been this accessible. It takes a lot to even qualify at this sport, let alone excel at it. And when brands like KTM come forward with such a platform, it definitely helps to change the landscape of Indian motorcycling.
I would say I'm blessed to have parents who understand what racing is, and also it all depends upon the exposure of what we get. It all depends upon you guys, the media, to show what's going on, just like the event right now. This is the right platform to grow the sport, and I guess motorsport is slowly growing in India.
It's kind of a misconception that people have that you need to have a bigger motorcycle to ride on a track like this. So that is completely out of the picture, right? So this doesn't have to be necessarily a rich person's hobby. You can come to a track like this, you can get the bike that you have and learn as many skills as you can. As long as you are under supervision, as long as you are getting professional help, this will always help you.
And keeping aside all the learnings, all the pressure of performing, even if you show up just to have fun, for the love of motorcycling, there's still so much on offer at the KTM Cup.
To be very frank, I was here just to have a lot of fun. Although the track was very tight, but the bike gave me a lot of confidence and the feels. I mean, the power of the bike, it was so much fun to ride, especially on the straights. I had a great time.
And the response that people gave by showing up to this event shows the amount of excitement riders of our country have towards motorsports. And this is just the beginning. Such events genuinely create a mindset shift in the riders of this country. And I can't wait to see you guys again very soon from the tracks of Coimbatore for an even more action-packed day. Thank you for watching.